So, quick thank yous. Thank you to Responsible Media Forum, Mirror and Movers, and Carnstone for organising all of this. Thank you to the TVC, the Television Centre Facilities team, Hannah at the back, who's done so much to make this happen, the audiovisual people who've pulled it all together. Thank you to all the speakers, and thank you to all the listeners, and all the challenging and brilliant questions. So, for me, the theme of this afternoon has been a recognition of our responsibility across the media industry, an understanding that it is our role to inform, educate and entertain in this space and inspire and also deliver something of impact. I think it's worth just, if you look across the spectrum of the talks this afternoon, starting with Gabby, who talks from the television point of view, from BBC as a broadcaster, mentioning Blue Planet 2, tens of millions of people that watched that, galvanised legislation around the world, moving on to equality in print and how important it is to have data to demonstrate the impact of this piece of work. Talking to Jonathan, a punchy and eloquently delivered piece on advertising. I'm going to be speaking to him more in the future, but that's linking the interaction between advertising and consumers. Denise and Lauren, inspiring storytelling, positive role models, positive solutions, clear messages coming out there. And then just Emma, the importance of around partnerships, but also narrative and emotion. And one thing Emma did say that I'm going to come back to is that it's important to copy and be copied. And I think that's really important to come back to right at the end. So I've pulled those all together to say, actually, look at the spectrum that the media industry covers and how, if we work collaboratively, how we can really make an impact, how we can work together to preserve nature and fight climate change. I just want to give you two more examples before I let you all go. So the first is related to Green Planet. I hope that a lot of you saw the Green Planet series a few months ago on the BBC. BBC Studios created that content, gave our audience an awareness and understanding of plants, and hopefully removed plant blindness. This was accompanied by a co-produced, immersive, augmented reality event that BBC Studios did alongside EE, working in conjunction with 5G. And this event, effectively, we had people from 7 to 77 going into a series of rooms with lots of high-vis tech and walking around immersively, going through a number of worlds. So it brought to life the plant world. You could walk in and look at bobcats and see all the flora and fauna in many, many different habitats around the world. And I just mention this because I think it's really important that we've talked about print, we've talked about television, we're talking about events, we're talking about so many different areas where we can speak to our audiences and speak to the world. I think there's a lot of power in that. So that was one great example. I think also the stat that I've got here is it reached more than 10,000 people from 7 to 77, and 99% of the attendees to that event left with high sustainability awareness. So I think that just shows the power and the opportunity here. The second and final example I just want to reference is, I hope some of you are watching Frozen Planet 2 right now. We're in the middle of the transmission, broadcasting it across the UK. Clearly that focuses quite heavily on climate change, but in collaboration with that, so Studios has partnered with Minecraft and Minecraft Education to deliver 5 Minecraft experiences, so 5 worlds, pulling from the themes of Frozen Planet 2, and this is providing an opportunity for all people, not just kids playing Minecraft, but all people to go into the game and look at climate change from the eyes of a polar bear, look at climate change from the eyes of a penguin, so you can play the game thinking in an immersive way as if you are dealing with climate change yourself. So it's obviously strong education content. It's been translated into 29 languages, accompanied by lesson plans for teachers to roll out. As I say, you can play that game from a polar bear's perspective, and it launched just 3 weeks ago, but it's already one of the most downloaded educational worlds in Minecraft history. So I think that just goes to show the power that our industry has to, if we take an optimistic view, to invoke change across the world. So in summary, the thing that I wanted to say is, it's clear that we recognise a responsibility. I think it's clear that there is an opportunity to inform, educate, inspire and entertain. And I think if we work collaboratively right across the spectrum of the media industry, I'm going to quote Christiana Figueres and say, and operate with stubborn optimism, I think there's a real opportunity still to be explored together.
Thank you very much, Sally.